Hello fellow VR fans, Jolly Julian here, and I'm coming to you with a product review today of one of the accessory categories that I think is vital to your enjoyment in virtual reality, and that is the Headstrap on your headset. Now, I highly recommend that you stay on till the end of this review because I have a very special feature about this Headstrap that I think is going to make you very excited, especially if you're someone who likes to both game in your headset and also watch movies and content in your headset without having to change head straps or have something really bulky on the back that makes it hard to lean back. Stick on till the very end. This made me very excited, and it wasn't something I was expecting. This is the S3. This one happens to be the S3 Duo, I think because it comes with the two batteries from SonicGrace. There are quite a few options out there for head straps with batteries to help power your headset, and I've used a few of them. I've adapted one of them to use different batteries and things like that, so I have some experience in this area. Now, the company SonicGrace reached out to me and asked if I would take a look at their new head strap for the Quest 3 headset, which, as you probably know by now, is my daily driving headset. It's the one I use more than any other headset. I told them very clearly that if they're okay with me giving my honest review, warts and all, then I would be more than happy to take a look at it and give it a try. First of all, the box came looking great. It came packaged very well. It's got all of the major components. We have the part that I like to call kind of the head cradle. It goes on the back of the head strap and kind of cups on the back of your head to make a nice, easy fit. We also have the top strap. Now, this is a feature I'm very interested in trying out on this head strap because the head strap I've been using for the last 2 or 3 years does not have a separate top strap like this that goes from back to front. The strap itself, which will attach right directly to the Quest 3 headset, and we will see in a moment how easy that is to attach. We also obviously have the two batteries themselves right here, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. And we have the charger that came with it. Now, each of the batteries has a spot where you can just plug a USB into it separately if you don't want to have the charger. But the charger here fits 2 batteries on it at the same time, and we'll charge them simultaneously. So now let's go ahead and dive in and attach this head strap to my Quest 3. Here you can see I've got the Quest 3 headset with my old head strap on it. I'm going to go ahead and pop that off of there. Comes off pretty easily, and now we're going to go ahead and strap this new one on from SonicGrace. Here you can see me attaching the S3 to the Quest, and it snaps on quite comfortably, and it feels like it's a nice snug fit. Now, the plastic on this, I feel like it's fairly comparable to the Bobo VR head strap that I've used over the last few years. Feels like kind of the same kind of quality, maybe just a little bit thinner. So it will be interesting to see how this thing lasts over use after use after use. But for right now, just attaching it, it feels like it's pretty sturdy. Now that we've got it attached to the headset, we attach the support for the back of the head on the back of the strap right here. It just snaps in 2 simple spots, just like that. And now we've got that Velcro strap that goes over the top of the head from front to back. We just attach that. Attaching it to the front is a little challenging, but that's going to be the case with any of these kind of straps because of the way the Quest 3 is built. You got to slide it through there, but once you get it through and tug it through, then you just attach those the right length that you want with the Velcro, and you are good to go. So now that we've got it attached to the headset, it's time to actually try this on, see what the comfort is like, and even play through a few experiences using it. Right here I've got one of the batteries, which is just going to attach on the very back just like that. Attaches very quickly, and then to take the battery off, you just pop it off like that, take the second battery and pop it on just like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try this on. I'm going to go ahead and take my glasses off because I've got my corrective lenses in here. All right, now I'm putting it on over my baseball cap here, and that's partially because I do sometimes like to play with a baseball cap on. I've got it on. It feels very comfortable. I didn't even adjust the back knob yet, which you can twist to tighten it. As you might be able to see here, I twist this and it tightens. Hopefully you can see that fairly well. But it does have this addition of the support up here. Now what's interesting, you can probably see this is loose right now. This is actually really not doing anything for me right now. So if you prefer to wear it without that strap on the top, you might be able to get away with that because right now it's not doing anything, and yet this feels very comfortable, I'm nodding my head, shaking my head. It feels very comfortable and doesn't feel like it's going to pop off right away. But if I tighten this down a little bit here, just by pulling this strap and tighten this, there we go. But it does feel like it's distributing the weight even a little bit better. Now let's see how easy it is to pop the battery off the back. I know right where it is there. There we go. This is the first time popping it on and off while I'm wearing it, and I was able to find it right away. Now let's see if I can find where this would go back on. Let's say I grab the second battery, fully charged, go back here. There we go. It was that simple. And I just heard the nice little Quest 3 bong there that let me know that it is charging the battery, so we're good to go. So that's the unboxing, the assembly, and the testing of the comfort level and the ease of adjustment. And so far, I'm really digging it. It's very easy to use, very intuitive. The strap on the top has a simple Velcro thing, the knob on the back for tightening it on the back of the head and on the front. Let's take a look at the charging station real quick for the two batteries. It has a very simple USB-C cable that comes with it. You will need your own little brick to plug into the wall to plug that USB-C cable into to charge it. There are 4 lights on each battery that will tell you the status of how full that battery is, so you'll know when to unplug them and when they're ready to be used. So I'm just popping into a little Elven Assassin to try this out. Now, one thing that I want to point out is that with the head strap on, I am playing without the top strap. I opted to take the Velcro top strap off because I want to compare. I did play about 2.5 hours of No Man's Sky with this on, with the top strap. Very comfortable, takes a lot of the weight off the front of the headset. Now, I am immediately noticing a little bit more weight on the front of my face, a little bit more on my cheeks right here. Could be a little more on the bridge of the nose, maybe just a tiny bit, which means I have to tighten it a bit more back here. But the cool thing is it gives you more field of view. The head strap I'm used to using quite a bit has a halo strap on the top, has a halo part that sits on your forehead and takes that weight off instead of a top strap. But that keeps it a little further away from the eyes, just a tiny bit. And here, I can almost get this right up to where I feel occasionally my eyelashes hitting the lenses, just a tiny bit occasionally. That may annoy some people, so you can back it off just a little bit. But what I love about that is it gives me the widest possible field of view I can have with this headset on, and I am all about the increased field of view. So one other thing to mention while I just play a little bit through this is shaking the head. So when you shake your head in this, one thing I am noticing, I'm just noticing a little bit more just wobble, very tiny bit. Again, it might just be because I'm not, partially because I'm not using the top strap, but I also noticed it when I had the top strap on as well, is that I would get a little bit of a feeling of it sliding back and forth a little. Not really on my eyes. I feel it more, oddly enough, near the back of the head where the battery is. And the battery doesn't weigh a ton, but I do feel that maybe a little bit more than I do with my head strap that has the halo on the front of it. Well, now, one thing I will point out as well is you won't be able to probably wear headphones. The headphones will sit on top of the head strap itself. But if you're using in-ear headphones or just using the Quest, sound as it is in the Quest headset itself, then you're probably going to be just fine, obviously. The weight of it feels really nice. It's very well balanced with the battery on the back like this. And there's one other really cool thing I want to show you here in a second. All right, now here's something pretty cool. We're up in my living room right now, and I want to show you one of my favorite things about this head strap that sets it apart from some of the other head straps that are out there, like the Bobo head strap that I use, that I do enjoy. I've used it for a long time, and I like it. It's comfortable. It works well for me, but it's got a really big spot on the back for the battery. And one of the things we like to be able to do with our Quest headsets is to lean back against the pillow or against the back of our sofa, against the back of our bed, whatever, and watch content. Now, if you take the battery off the back, it pops off really easily. Like, I didn't even have to take the headset off. I could just reach back there, pop it right off. And now you will be using the battery that's on board the headset, so your headset battery will drain. But now what you can do is you can comfortably lean back, get nice and comfy, lean back, and watch content and not have that huge thing on the back that is causing problems on the back of the head strap. I'm actually leaning back with the weight on the back of the head strap right now. I can feel it, that there is a little protruding part there that is hitting the pillow, but the head support on the back makes it quite comfortable. I feel like I could sit here for hours and watch content, and I didn't have to change head straps to do that. And then when I'm all set to game again, I can grab my battery, pop the battery back on the back, just like that. And now the headset is getting the power from the battery, and I'm all set to go again. Pop it right off, and I'm watching my content. Really a nice feature for this headset, and one that I didn't expect when I got it, but then when I realized that this is something you could do, this really alleviates a lot of the problem with some of the other head straps that are out there. So now let's talk the price for this head strap. It is $89.99 total. Now that's a really great deal because it not only includes the head strap, but it includes both batteries and the charging station as well. But if you'd like to save 10% right now, there's a link in the description below. Go to that link on Amazon and you can enter the code that is also in the description below. You'll save 10% off your entire order. So that's like $8 or $9 right there. Now the Bobo VR current head strap actually costs $89.95, I think, so pretty much the same price, but that's just for the head strap and one battery, not the charging station and not an extra battery. Those cost extra and a decent amount extra. So this is a really good deal if you want both batteries and the charging station, which I do recommend because then you've got that hot swapping capability and you can pop one off, pop it on the charger, have it charging while you're playing with the new battery, and you just keep that cycle going. As far as battery life, what I got when I tested this out was I was getting somewhere between about 2 hours and 15 minutes and maybe 2.5 hours or so out of each battery. Now I was playing PC VR over Wi-Fi using virtual desktop and watching content in a browser window at the same time, so that might have been using more power on the headset than usual, so you may be able to get more power out of it than I did. But 2.5 hours or so per battery, that's not bad, and it didn't discharge the on-headset battery at all. My battery was at 78% on the headset when I started, and when I was done, it was right at 78% still when that exterior battery had run out. So let's get into my final thoughts real quick about the SonicGrace S3 Duo. First of all, I really liked it. It felt very comfortable. It feels actually a little bit lighter. I didn't weigh them to compare, but it felt lighter than my Bobo VR. It just feels very light and compact. I think it's going to be very easy to take around with me when I travel because it has a smaller form factor really than the Bobo VR. I liked how close I was able to get those lenses to my eyes for that wider field of view. The hot swapping of the batteries was extraordinarily easy. The charging station is very easy to use. The batteries felt very secure when they were attached to the back of the head strap, so if I was moving quite a bit with it, I didn't feel there was any chance that that battery was going to get knocked loose. There are 6 very strong magnets on the back that are holding that on there, but it's still very easy to remove and swap when you need to. The comfort felt very good to me, with and without the top strap. Now, I would recommend probably using the top strap. It did take some of the weight off the front of the headset on my cheeks and nose area a little bit, and you didn't have to have it quite so tight if you don't like to have it tight with that top strap on, but a very comfortable head strap. And I had absolutely no issues with durability as I was testing this out. It seemed very durable, but it's very flexible too and kept very light, so it's not a lot of extra weight added to your headset. It's a nice balance between durability, flexibility, and weight. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know in the comments below how you feel. Have you tried this head strap out for yourself, and what do you think of it? Are you thinking of grabbing one of these and testing it out? Remember to use that code in the description below to save yourself 10% off, and keep your eyes on this channel. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video at all and got any value out of it. I will be continuing to bring you great VR content, reviews, gameplay, talk about tech coming up, news in the virtual reality space, and more. I'm Jolly Julian, and until next time, strap that headset on and let's VR together.